Okay, here we are, Tammy. I've got your workup right here, and okay, one layout, two layouts. All right. Now, in general, I want to say two things. Number one, I think you really are starting to develop some nice paragraphs. You get the idea of separating your paragraphs a little bit to draw a little bit of attention to each one individually as to the whole thing as a group. Um, you've got some nice margins set up, good page structure on the right hand side. This is a little boring right here. I think we could have done a little bit more with the headline. But this page right here, I don't know, boy, this sure looks like, see this type right here? It looks like you set it and then took the whole text box and stretched it to fit in to this area right here. You do not want to do that. You don't ever want to stretch type or change its shape, so to speak. It almost looks like that was stretched too. It's hard to say. But so I think that this, other than just this big long line. Now remember, optimal character count is 45 to 65 characters. That's including spaces and punctuation. So you're well over 100 characters on some of these lines, I'm sure. So this would definitely call for a two-column typographic layout. And that's where I want to talk a little bit about grid, because we have the same thing, the same phenomenon over here. Now don't forget, this is going to be folded in half. It's a magazine article, it's a spread, so there's where the fold's going to be. So your headline's right in the middle of the fold. Also looks like your type is really close to the fold too. So you want to establish good solid margins on each side and can maintain those margins. Okay, I think you're trying to say too much with image and color on this page and not enough with typography. Let me show you some examples of outstanding use of grid, and you can see what I'm talking about. This page right here, 3-column grid, okay? You see how each, just like yours, the paragraphs, each paragraph is very well demarcated, so you know exactly where the new paragraph starts and the old paragraph ends. But what I'm seeing here is 3 solid grid columns for a grid. Images adhere to those columns. Type adheres to those columns. Gutters are nice and even. Margins are perfectly consistent. Okay, can we say that here? We have this one long text line, so there really is no use of a grid over here. And that's my main complaint about this set of layouts, is that there's no grid associated. I would study up a little bit on the grid so you know how to use it. It's probably one of the most important tools you're going to leave this class with, definitely, if not your whole. Boy, this type looks like it was stretched. It really does. Now, see if you can remember. You would have had a text block. You would have taken the corner of it and stretched this text this way without holding the shift key down, and it really looks like it has been. So let me know about that. But other than that, I think that mainly this is a good idea. I think it's too much decoration here in the background, but it's a good idea to do a pull quote. I would have liked to see in sidebars, pull quotes, call outs, and captions used to a little bit more effectively to draw more a hierarchy. So mainly, I guess the two main things I'm looking at here are 3 main things: use of grid, hierarchy, and alignment. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free. Just let me know. Thanks.